Kia ora guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Charles, and today I'm going to be making 3 maximum weight loss lunches. I'm really excited about this because this food is yum. It's going to help you get into a calorie deficit, which is going to help you lose weight, and it's really filling. You really can eat more and still weigh less when you're eating these kind of foods. But what's even more exciting is that I am going to be collaborating with Carb Hannah and Plantiful Kiki, and I absolutely love these girls. I freaking adore them. They are really so incredibly knowledgeable about weight loss, and a few months ago we ran an Eat Your Veg challenge together, which used the 50-50 plate method of helping people to understand how to lower their calories by increasing the amount of veg in their diet. And I've lost 40 pounds. This is what I used to look like. This is what really changed for me. It was actually increasing the amount of veg that I was eating, decreasing that high calorie processed food, and then getting into a calorie deficit. Kiki is going to be making 3 maximum weight loss breakfasts. Nearly forgot what I was going to say. Hannah is going to be making 3 maximum weight loss dinners. These guys honestly have such good recipes. I'm going to be making a loaded buttercup soup, because when you put toppings on soup, seriously brings it to the next level. So good, so easy. I'm going to be making a noodle, like a loaded noodle bowl, and I apologize in advance that my names for my food are so uncreative. It is what it is, okay? It tastes good. I give you that. And the third thing I'm making is a burrito bowl. So bowls and loaded, those are the 2 words that you need to remember. Anyway, let's get into the actual video. Alrighty, so it's the morning, and even though I'm going to be making these meals at lunch, it's going to make things a lot easier to prep a few ingredients to quickly put these bowls together. So I'm cutting up some butternut pumpkin. I think you guys call it squash. You can really use any kind of squash, any kind of pumpkin. The point is that something like pumpkin is so low in calories, comparable to like carrots or other non-starchy vegetables, a little bit higher than broccoli and considerably lower than things like potatoes, but really filling. So when I'm in this weight loss phase, I'm trying to eat lots of these foods that are going to keep me full, but not add tons of calories, because that's going to get you into a calorie deficit. It's also got some fiber in there. It's really good for you, and they come up so caramelly when you roast in the oven. And so what I do to stop needing to use any oil is I put some baking paper down on my tray. And if you are trying to lose weight, oil is the easiest thing that you can cut out. It is a ton of calories. It's not good for you. You really don't need to be having oil in your diet at all. Just roast those pumpkin up plain and until they're soft, so about 40 minutes in a medium fan forced oven. I'm also cooking up some cauliflower because this is going to add to the bulk of my meals, bring in more veggies into my diet, and help to lower the calorie density of my meals, which is what you want when you're trying to lose weight. And this is going to be super yum with a little bit of like some spices and things on there. And I'm going to make this for the burrito bowl. So I've got some mixed herbs that I put on there, some cumin, and I'm going to put some smoked paprika. I can never say that right, just eyeball it, and some veggie stock. And you basically just want to cook this for about half an hour in the oven. So definitely try not to burn your stuff like I did. Yeah, don't do this. Do what I say, not what I do. So this is what the burrito bowl looks like finished. Oh my gosh, guys, this was so good. So here's how you do it. Real easy. Basically, you want to be cutting up a bit of a tomato. I love adding as many non-starchy vegetables as I can into my meals. And tomato is also really good for you as well. It's really low in calories, but it's going to help bulk up your meals. I'm always thinking, how can I add more vegetables into my diet? It really has been the thing that's helped me lose a lot of weight. I'm going to be putting in a little bit of avocado as well, but what you're going to notice is I'm not going to put in much. Some people will put in an entire avocado plus things like a creamy dressing, and what could have been a 500 calorie meal is going to end up being a 1,000 calorie meal. It's also much higher in fat, and when you're wanting to lose weight, you're wanting to keep your overt fats pretty low so that it's just better for weight loss, and there's lots of studies that support this now. So I'm using about a quarter of an avocado, and that is what is really going to do me. And I just mashed up on the chopping board because I don't like to be getting out all these bowls all the time that I have to wash, so I just mix it right there on the chopping board. And I'm going to put in a little bit of lime. Yeah, this is a lime. It's weird how it's gone kind of yellow. I think it's been hanging around for a while. So I'm going to save some of those little lime wedges for my meal, but I'll mix that into the avocado as well. And put a little bit of salt in there and some pepper as well. Just keeping this really, really simple on my board. And this is going to be like my guacamole. So give that another little mix as you do, and we're ready to build the bowl. So you're going to need a massive bowl. Like, I'm not even kidding, this bowl is huge, guys. Put in some mesclun. You could put in a lot more than this if you wanted to. And yeah, whatever kind of lettuce you want. Like, if you don't want to use mesclun, use some butter lettuce. And now my really burnt cauliflower. I'm going to pretty much have this entire cauliflower, all the bits that didn't get burnt. And I know this doesn't really look like much when I'm putting it in there, but honestly, this is a seriously big bowl. And because it's got all these seasonings on it that I put, it's super delicious, crispy, and I'm going to put some beans in there as well. So I've got this can of beans that I rinsed, and I put about half a can in there, and you can put in more depending on what your calorie needs are, but this meal is going to be around about between 500 and 600 calories. So for weight loss, that's right in the zone. Because think you're going to be having this as one of 3 meals, and you're also probably going to be having some snacks and things as well. So for most women, this is where they want to be, in about a 25 calorie deficit. So you guys didn't see me do this, but I warmed up this rice packet, and this does have a tiny bit of oil, but I'm convinced you can find ones without oil if you're in the States. And you could just always just cook up your own rice. Like, if you want to do this, I'm a really busy mum, so having things like a rice packet in the fridge, in the cupboard, in the cupboard really helps me to actually eat this kind of food, eat healthy food, and stay in a calorie deficit, keep my meals on plan for maintaining my weight. And it means that I just really don't have to spend so much time. But you can always cook up rice if you want to do that. You do you. Also going to put some sprouts in there that I had lying around. And the thing I want to highlight with this is really you can use what you want. You could use quinoa, you can use sprouts, you could use corn. You can use any kind of non-starchy vegetable. Just try and keep it 50-50 with your starches and your veggies, and then always keep your overt fats low when you're in that weight loss period and you're really trying to maximize your results. I'm putting a bit of salt on there because I don't have a dressing, but remember that avocado is going to make things super creamy and yum. And I've got some chipotle sauce, which is going to give it a little bit of heat. So I'm so excited about this. It came together really quick because I had most of the ingredients prepped, and I did that little bit of prep with the cauliflower. Oh my gosh, guys, this meal was insane and so easy. This next meal is a creamy buttercup soup with all the toppings. I'm all about those toppings. So remember how we just spent a little bit of time in the morning cooking up that pumpkin, butternut, pumpkin, whatever. Like, it's all the same here in New Zealand. We just say buttercup. So get out your high-speed blender and put that buttercup in. I just put a massive amount of it, and this is all going to be for me as well because I'm a hungry veggie muncher. And then I'm going to put in some soy milk. This soy milk has got no oil. That's what I look out for. Just a splash in there to get it going and give it a little bit of creaminess. Putting in a big dollop, probably about a tablespoon of curry powder, and I'm putting about a teaspoon of veggie stock in there as well. A little bit of salt, and then I'm going to blend this up with some water. So what I like to do is use boiling water, and that way, even if your veggies have gone cold, this will be about the right temperature once you blend it for a meal. You don't even have to warm up your buttercup pumpkin. It doesn't look the best in here, but honestly, it was so yum, and how good your pumpkin is really going to make it. Remember that rice, so I'm going to put the rest of the packet up on this, and I'm going to put in some more tomato. Tomato is amazing on soup, and I'm going to put some parsley on top there as well. My kids drew on the table. This is mum life. And I like to put a little bit of hummus. This hummus is a store-bought hummus, and if you're trying to lose weight, I would really recommend trying to find a hummus that doesn't have oil, or make your own. I'm also going to put some chili flakes and some pepper on there. Yum. I can't believe how good this was, and it all came together so easy. So this next meal is really like comfort food to me. I've packed these noodles with veggies. Noodles is not normally the kind of thing that would be low in calorie density, but because I've diluted the calories by adding tons of veggies, it's something that is perfectly fine for weight loss, especially if you're wanting a bit of a comfort meal and you don't want to be eating like plain broccoli and sweet potato all the time. So chop up some parsley, put that in a pot, and you're also going to need this rice vermicelli. You can use any vermicelli. I just use one cake for one person. Some this is chicken stock, vegan chicken stock, and I've got a little bit of turmeric in there, and then I'm going to put some frozen mixed veggies in there to add in more veggies. Cover it with cold water. So I've got this now, and I'm going to put it on the stove and show you how I cook it up. So I just cook it on high with the lid on until it starts to boil. And while that's cooking up, I'm going to cook up some broccoli because YOLO, eating more veg. I just think it's awesome to be able to cook up some broccoli real quickly in the microwave. And I'm going to add this to my soup to lower the calorie density and also just help me to eat more vegetables. Vegetables, especially green vegetables, are full of phycoloids, and they help to actually block fat absorption. So really, really good for weight loss. And I just use this microwave steamer. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 6 minutes. Chuck it in like this. I think I'll actually only do like 4. Okay, so I only did that for 4 minutes, but while that is cooking in the microwave and cooking on the stove, I'm going to cut up my toppings. And again, you could use really any veg that you have. I've got some purple cabbage and I love to have it on everything, so I'm cutting that up. And I'm also going to grate up some carrot to put on it. And carrot is something that I love to just grate up for any kind of salad. It's really, really easy to do because it's already... it's so easy to just grate carrot, and you can add as much as you want to something. It doesn't really take any extra effort. Also really good for you. This is really a way that you can eat the rainbow without much effort. And I love putting some spring onion. I've also put coriander, any kind of veg, like literally any veg that I had. If I had leek, I would probably put that in the noodles. And I just like to use up what I have. You can see how this is really kind of getting a bit old. Like, don't look at the ends. So this is boiling now, and I'm just going to turn down the heat right down low and then put the lid on and let it sit for a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to start building this bowl. My broccoli went a little bit sadly yellow, so I'm sorry about that. But this is seriously a massive bowl. I'm going to shove all that broccoli in. It smells amazing. And I'm going to put a little bit of hummus as well because I'm a bit of a hummus fiend. Yep, so the broccoli goes in there. Oh, I forgot to say, you better put water in with your broccoli when you're cooking it. The carrot's going to go in. Shove that in there, and then I'm going to put this cabbage in. I cannot wait to eat this. It really, really is one of my favorite foods to eat. And I'm going to put a little bit of this hummus. Again, like try and get a hummus without oil for weight loss, or just skip it out. You don't even need to have it. And I'm going to put in these spring onions, scallions, whatever you want to call them. Yum! Okay, I can definitely not forget the chili flakes, and if you're a mum trying to feed your kid, trying to not feed your kids your lunch, then this is a good strategy as well because they won't want to eat it because it's too spicy. But I actually make this meal all the time for my family, and we put all kinds of things on it. Sometimes I'll put tofu and pretty much always hummus, but whatever veg I have. seriously good. Alright, so I'm gonna go and devour this. It looks so good. It's just such a big plate of food. Like, you saw that tiny little bit of a noodle cake. That would not fill me up, but this is gonna really hit the spot. So I'm excited and hope you enjoyed these videos. Go check out the other meals in this collaboration, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye.